Well, hello, my beautiful Scorpio. Welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your career and money reading for the end of November, right through to the end of December 2023. I've already cleansed your space and have meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares, and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about to pretend to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings. I do not take your money, e-gifts, donations. I'm not on Facebook, WhatsApp, PayPal, Telegram, or Patreon. I will never ask you for your credit card details. I'll never ask for personal details. And I'll also never give you a cell phone number to call. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful there's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Scorpio, this is your career and money reading. I'm going to get all of your cards first before I connect to an outcome. But what's really weird is that I'm seeing an exact image that I was given for the Leo reading. Now, I know there's always some sort of connection between the Scorpio and Leo reading, probably because I'm a Scorpio with a Leo moon. However, it is so rare to get the exact same image. Okay, so I'll give you what I can see, and that is 404 user not found. Okay, now whenever that pops up on a screen, that is not a good thing. It means there's some sort of problem with the server or some sort of electrical problem regarding computers. So it can indicate it's time to make sure you save down any work in the next 6 weeks, because there could be some problems with the internet service, either the provider or your computer itself. Maybe there's going to be some sort of gremlin in the system, so just watch out for that. That is something that is very odd to show up in a reading, okay? The two images exactly the same. Sometimes there's like a little bit of a difference, but not exactly the same. So pay close attention, make sure you save down any work. There could be a little bit of a glitch going on with regards to something in your career. And I feel like it's connected to computers in the next 6 weeks. Okay, so look out for that. Anyway, looking at your cards, I definitely see that you're going to be very productive over the next 6 weeks. Just because we're coming to the end of the year doesn't mean you have stopped working. I definitely see that you're working harder. And be careful of that. We do have the devil card there. So some of you are obsessively working towards something, and there's an element of perfectionism coming through. And I feel it's really important to make sure that you give yourself time to breathe or relax and rest, okay? Because I feel like you're always on the go. You're doing many things. You've got many fingers in different pies, but it's important to take stock and give yourself some proper rest, okay? Perfectionism can sometimes hinder you rather than help you. So I just want you to be aware of that. That is popping up there. They want me to go again. Something you're reaching for, it is okay. Now, it didn't pop out, but they did say we want that one. So I'm just going to put that to the side. By we, I mean my guides. I will go again because I don't like picking a card for you. It has to pop out, okay? Okay. So we have choices, and we have the Chariot card. So they obviously wanted that for a reason. Now, there is some sort of directional change in your career going on there. So you may have to make a major decision as you move into 2024 about direction. What I can see here is you are very good at what you do. You're very gifted. You've got the Empress card to start. And that's a very important card because it means you also value your skill set, okay? You actually tend to stand out in a team of people. We've got 3 of Pentacles there. You're actually a linchpin in this team. So if you do work for a company, that people have to collaborate with together, they actually see you as someone who is an integral part of the team. Now, they may not show their appreciation or they may not tell you. However, I feel, people do look at you as someone who is very gifted indeed. They actually respect you, but also they're a little bit in awe of you. From afar, they are kind of like recognizing and appreciating your skill set. Some people may even be intimidated by the natural talent that you have, okay? Now, what I see there with the Three of Pentacles, oh wow, you got the Devil card twice. Scorpio, what are you up to? This is like really obsessive energy, but it can also indicate some sort of creative block. So we will tap into that in a moment. Some of you may have been, although you're really busy and you're still like getting by doing, some of you may have felt really burnt out, or you may have felt a creative block there. How would you like to receive? King of Wands and the Two of Pentacles. Okay, they want me to go one more, so I will. Thanks so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. I feel like you've been spreading yourself very thin, and balance is called for in your career. I definitely see that. Okay, we got the Empress. Empress twice, Devil card twice. Oh, normally I'd only take 6 cards for this, but they want me to go again, so there we have it. We've got the final card there. We have the Ace of Pentacles. So there's definitely some more money. There's a lot of potential for more money to come in here. Some of you may be launching something new, or you've been spreading yourself a bit thin. Perhaps you've got different aspects of your career that you attend to, and it just feels like it's a little bit overwhelming. Because I get this sense that you've been so busy, you've been like juggling. It just feels like you're always on the go. You're really busy. And it always feels like, even though you're really busy, it feels like your goal is still just out of reach. Like you haven't quite grasped it yet. There's something you're wishing for here, something that perhaps you have been trying to manifest, but also work really hard towards. And it just feels like you're not quite there yet, but actually you're going to be surprised. At the end of the year, as you move into 2024, there is some sort of opportunity being given to you to step up. Now, to some degree, you shouldn't be surprised, but because it's actually been working really hard towards this, and you earned this, whatever this is. But I definitely see there's more status here. I see you being bold. Some of you, if you're an entrepreneur, I definitely see that you're taking ownership of your business and taking it to the next level. And if you're trying to become an entrepreneur, I definitely see some bold moves that see you bringing in more finances, a lot more success. And some of you are actually going to be a little bit more nomadic in your career as well. I see a little bit more traveling, or some of you may even relocate for work, or you may be thinking about, seconding yourself to a different branch in the career sector that you're in. So you may be looking at where else in the world would you rather be. So I definitely get a sense that these are ideas. Maybe something you haven't actioned yet, but definitely on your planning to-do list. So it could be like your dream is to reach a certain level in your career and then go traveling. Or it could be that you want to travel on the go. You want to be nomadic. Or perhaps you are trying to locate where you feel like you belong in which career sector, and you're going to move to that. Because I definitely see movement, success, and things happening quite quickly for you as we move into 2024, because I feel that you've been working really hard towards something, and it just feels like you've always been on the go, okay? Now, the Empress card, male or female, not a gender-specific reading. It's about the energy. And this is about you valuing who you are. You have a lot of potential. You're really gifted. You're productive. You make your dreams become a reality because of your hard work, okay? When you get the Empress energy, this is really about abundance. It's headed your way. And you can see it there with the Ace of Pentacles. So if you had an appraisal in the last couple of months, there is going to be some sort of bonus offered to you, perhaps even like a promotion or some sort of raise, a little bit more money coming in for you there as well. New income is what I'm hearing. New income. They just said it twice to me. And also some of you could be having like a different branch of your skill set. And what I mean by that, some of you may have a second stream of income, or you are launching a passion project, something that's going to bring in extra money. And also a little bit like the Leo reading, I'm feeling vibes of some of you out there contemplating like a seasonal position, or doing something as a sideline that perhaps you will really enjoy, and it may become something a little bit more long-term. Now, the Empress energy is to use your skills, to use your talents and your gifts, which are natural. Whatever you turn your hand to, you tend to be naturally gifted at it, and you will turn that into abundance, okay? I feel right now you're checking in with the exchange to see if you're being fairly recompensed. We got the King of Wands there, and we've got the Two of Pentacles to the Ace of Pentacles. So some of you may feel that, easy come, easy go with the money. It's fluctuating at the moment. And of course, we all have like major bills to pay. Everything is fluctuating. Like there's also inflation, prices are going up. So you may be looking at your finances and trying to really structure your finances in a way to make sure you know where your money's going, but also that you get a really good deal. So I definitely see that you're being very financially savvy, making sure that you don't overspend, etc., etc. But I also see you trying to like brainstorm new ideas to put into practice to bring in some more money, but at the same time, have more time with your family and friends. I feel like there's this kind of balance where you're trying to make sure you have a little bit more fun as well as working really hard, because I feel this energy that it seems like everything's really serious, you've been working really hard, and you're kind of like, where's the fun at? Okay, or surely I should have got to a certain level where I can just have a little bit more freedom within my work. So I definitely see that some of you are looking at your position right now. Interesting, my guide literally just pointed to two words here, and it says too long. Too long. So some of you may have felt like you've been working in a position for a very long time, and whilst you really loved what you do, you may feel a little bit restless that perhaps you want to experience something new. And as you close out 2023 and move into 2024, you may be thinking about moving, launching something new, or changing your landscape in some way, because I definitely see that there is a new position available to you where you can move in. I actually see that you move into a new role with a similar amount of status, however, a little bit more money, okay? So it could be, for example, and I'm just giving you this as an example, say, for example, you work in advertising and you've reached a certain level in your career and you're going for a new position. I feel like the position is kind of similar. I mean, there may be like a different title to it, but it feels like the level is kind of similar and you get more money for it, more appreciation, and I feel like you get more fulfillment from the position as well, okay? And for those of you who want to stay where you're at, I feel like you approach your work in a different way that just feels like you've got more time for yourself to either branch out a little bit more or leave the office early, okay? If you're an entrepreneur, I see that you've been really busy, and I feel, you've got a lot of plans bubbling up. And when you're an entrepreneur, you work for yourself, you probably know this. Some people go, oh yeah, 9-to-5 job, don't really want to do that, want to work for myself. But then you'll recognize that actually it's 24/7 job then, it's not 9-to-5. So I feel like you will be burning the candle at both ends. Make sure you get some time to rest, okay? I definitely see you got lots of new ideas that you want to launch or you're branching out into. You're looking at your options right now. And whilst that's wonderful, make sure you don't take on too much, okay? Because I feel like your health, is a factor, and I just feel like it just feels like your brain is going to be overloaded. I don't see anything negative with your health there, but I'm just getting this energy of burning the candle at both ends. It may actually like short circuit your brain a little bit and make you feel exhausted, so that you actually then start to get like brain fog or a creative block because you're not getting the right rest. Okay, so that's coming through there briefly as well. Now we have the Three of Pentacles. This Three of Pentacles tells me how gifted you are. It means that you are in a burst of real creativity over the next coming weeks, and I feel people are noticing what you do. Now this can also be a card of consulting or learning a little bit more about what you do, and you're inspired to plan the next stages, okay? Some of you may actually be collaborating with people that you respect, but I'm actually getting an energy of your plans, okay? Three of Pentacles, they're actually showing me right now lots of gears in motion. So perhaps that means it's almost like cogs in a wheel is what I can see. And it's like they're all coming together, slotting into place. Your hard work, your plans are in motion, building structure and security, and everything is starting to work as it could and as it should, okay? I am getting an energy that if you haven't been dealing with someone who is incompetent at their role, you will be in the next coming weeks. I don't like to say that message, but I'm just picking up on that, okay? So it may put a spoke in the wheel, or you may have to revisit something because someone didn't get it right, and it's not you. I feel like you're at the top of your game, you're really on it, and you notice a mistake is what I see. And this is someone else's mistake. Now you may diplomatically tell them about this mistake. However, it kind of delays things for you. So there's definitely someone who is and I hate to use the word incompetent, but that's the energy I'm getting. Someone who's incompetent at their role. It may impede on the process of what you do in some way. Okay, so it may feel like you've delivered something and then, someone else has to add to it or has to process it or do something with it. And you may have to revisit it because of that other person's mistake. I don't like to give that message, but it is coming through, okay? Three of Pentacles, it means your plans are in motion. But because we saw all those gears, or I saw all those gears there, you can't see them, of course. I wish you could see what I can see when I'm scrying, because that would just be really wonderful, a magical experience. But yeah, I just feel like everything going forward is going to work as it should, and you will be satisfied with all your efforts that you made for the whole year, not just for the last 6 weeks, okay? You should be proud of yourself. You've really done a lot of hard work this year, and you've accomplished a lot. You don't tend to look back and see your accomplishments, though. You tend to sort of always try to look forward. You're always thinking about ambition, the next project, and the next, and the next. And whilst that is admirable, sometimes you need to give yourself a pat on the back and be proud of yourself, because actually you worked really hard, and I feel like you have a lot to show for it. There's still more to come. You may feel like you haven't reached like that holy grail of where you feel you want to be, but it is within reach, and you are going to get there, okay? Now we have the Four of Cups. Interesting, because the Four of Cups can indicate that you've hit like a glass ceiling at where you're at. It just feels like you have a certain expectation. You used to love what you used to do. However, you may be feeling a bit unfulfilled right now, or bored, or it just feels like apathy. Sometimes when you are really good at what you do, you go on autopilot. So you're just doing, and it just like second nature. And whilst that is great because it means you get things done in speed, it may feel it's a repetitive cycle, and you may feel it's not really stretching you, exciting you, or challenging you in the right way. So some of you may be looking for new opportunities. You're actually going to be really surprised in the next 6 weeks. Something comes in your way that you were not expecting, okay? This is a really exciting opportunity, and I feel like there's more money attached to it. So for example, if you did a project with a lucrative client, if you're like an entrepreneur, and you thought, right, I've done the job, that's it, done, got paid for that, this person is going to revisit you. And they're going to be like, you know what, I want to use your services again. Or they're going to send other people your way. It just feels like, wow, suddenly everything is like working as it should. It just feels really great. Okay. For some of you, this could also be a bonus or a raise or promotion within your career sector. If you had an appraisal in the last couple of months, I definitely see you actually receiving the money in the month of December. Okay, and that could be that bonus or new money, or even like just a raise in what you get already with inflation. Some of you, there may even be a new title there. I feel like there's something like a stepping stone for you coming in as well. So it could be like a step up the ladder in some way, but it's definitely a wish coming true. It's like a dream opportunity is headed your way, and it's very, very exciting. Now, the Four of Cups also indicates some of you may have had a disappointment in some area of your career recently, and you may have felt a little bit discouraged. I mean, it could even be someone said something that discouraged you. It could also be that there is someone who tends to... it's almost like I'm getting a cliquey energy. There may be someone who kind of like singles you out and kind of is, I don't want to say a bully, but perhaps maybe a bully. I'm not really sure. It's like this person, sometimes they challenge you or they speak to you in a way that is not acceptable, okay? This person, they are intimidated by your talent because you're showing up as an Empress energy. And again, male or female, not a gender-specific reading. It's about you being established with who you are and the role that you're in. You've established your talent and your skill set. And this person is showing up as a King of Wands reversed. So that means this person, they're not really happy in their role. They definitely don't have the talent or skill set that you have. And they see that you could outpace them, or maybe you have outpaced them, or you will. You're going to get some sort of step up the career ladder that puts you in a new position that's ahead of them. This person's going to act out. I just want you to be aware of that, okay? So I feel there's like a spoke in the wheel, and it could be this person, okay? So if someone, for example, doesn't get something done on time, or if they delay something, it could be on purpose. There could be a little bit of sabotage there. I feel like they're actually only highlighting their own incompetence. However, I feel to some degree it's pinpointed at somebody, and I feel they look at you with a bit of jealousy. Okay, so that's coming through there as well. Now, the Four of Cups also indicates if you're not happy with where you're at right now, I feel like you may have put your resume out there for other opportunities, and I feel that there is one coming on in. Okay, now this could be a lucrative deal to work with a company that you've always wanted to work with, or perhaps if you're an entrepreneur, it could be you launching something, and you may be doing like a soft launch of it. It feels like it's not the full launch just yet. It may be like a soft launch as you move into like December time, and then January it feels like a really big deal launch. Okay, so some of you may be doing something like that. I'm going to pull a card on the Four of Cups because some of you, you're working really hard, you're really gifted, you're really talented, and you're just feeling like you're not getting what you want out of what you're doing. So you may feel unfulfilled, or you may feel that nothing ever changes, it's a little bit dull. And the Four of Cups is really to dream about something else, okay? It is about aligning yourself with an opportunity, and it can come after a sadness or something that's been really difficult. And if you have been disappointed with something in your career recently, I feel it's really important to recognize that the universe will gift us an opportunity because it's meant for us. And if something doesn't go our way, it's actually a silver lining. It reminds us that what is meant for us will never pass us by. So it just means, like later down the line, that opportunity was never meant for you, and it wasn't going to be as good or lucrative as the one that's being lined up for you right now. And I feel like there's something awesome coming in for you. Okay, so the Temperance card is like steady work, especially with the Eight of Pentacles. You're keeping your head down, focusing on the work. It just feels like a repetitive cycle. And sometimes, you know, it's really important to recognize that sometimes when you're just doing and you're really good at what you do, you're actually a master or a mistress of your craft, and you enjoy what you do to some degree. You only become a master or a mistress of your craft when you do it repetitively. You know, you're constantly doing something, you get so good at it. But now I feel this energy of wanting to spread your wings or branch out in some way and challenge yourself in a different way. And I feel a lot of you are going to put yourself in a course of learning, if you haven't already, to step up to the next level or to upskill in some way. And I feel you will embrace a new opportunity that comes from that. That knowledge, I feel, will help you bring in more money. The Judgment card. Oh, my guys, thank you so much. I'm so grateful. My guy just said, not a full deck, not a full deck. And I was like, what? What? I don't understand. And they're right. There's a card here. Okay, so I feel like, I mean, I didn't see that. I just picked up the deck. I don't look at the cards. I feel the energy from the cards. I just briefly look at a card that I'm holding in order to see it. I'm mainly looking in my scrying bowl for images, okay? But it's really interesting. We've got the King of Cups there at the bottom of the deck, which is you, my beautiful Scorpio, loving what you do. And we've got the Four of Pentacles there, which is to hold on to a position. It's also to save money, and it's also long-term security, okay? So obviously you were meant to see that card. But they're showing me an image in the water, and what they're showing me is really random. I'm seeing like two lines of fire, okay? It almost looks like a trailblaze type thing. I'm being given this energy of like, it feels like it's like Back to the Future. The image I'm seeing, it just looks like, you know, when that DeLorean car just like zooms really fast, and it just sort of like goes into the future, or I don't know what it does, but you know, it feels like that image I'm being given. Okay. Okay, so let me just break this down. It could mean that you are returning to something, because the Judgment card is like another chance, or returning to something that you love doing. So some of you may return to something. I mean, the DeLorean has to get up to a certain level before there's like takeoff. So it could be if you're like a social media person or an influencer, you have to get to a certain level before your career takes off. Or it could be that you're hitting a certain level and you are doing something really innovative, and you're a maverick at what you do. You're doing something different. Could also mean that you're making an impact in your career in some way, and that you are going to follow your passions and really shine. So I'm not really sure how else to decode that. other than you may revisit something, or it could be something that you do now that actually is going to be very lucrative in the future. It's going to springboard you towards success. I'm going to have to step away from that. It could also be as simple as you listen to this reading and suddenly you see something connected to Back to the Future movie. Okay, so, or if you're a performer or an actor, for example, I don't know if they're rebooting that. I don't really know anything about that. Probably not, because the actors, they probably wouldn't return to it now. I'm not really sure. But maybe that means that there is a part or a role that you will go up for and get, or you may have to revisit it. Could even be that you went up for a promotion or a role and you feel it didn't go your way, or you haven't heard anything, and suddenly it comes towards you and you get like a second interview, or it comes back around and it's yours. So I'm just going to leave it like that. It's so random. Anyway, let's move on. We've got the Judgment card. So this is about, having a bit of a wake-up call. It's about really listening to your heart and leaving your old life behind. You've got a calling. You've got a mission. So I definitely see that you're changing your approach to your work, but also I feel like you're reaching for something new. You've got the Sun card here. It's like you're reaching for something, and that requires effort, dedication, and I feel like you have been putting in extra hours to get to your final destination, and you will. But this means that there is something new coming in, and it's going to be a big surprise, okay? And you will not be disappointed with this surprise that the universe is sending you. Now, we do have the Sun card, as well as the King of Wands and the Nine of Cups. They're all in the resistance position, so it's like you got it in the reverse. This can indicate something you've been working towards has taken time. It just feels like a very long slog, okay? And some of you may have felt unmotivated, you may have felt your energy levels have been low or fluctuating, and some of you may have felt like you're not enjoying what you do. There may be this energy of lethargy or office politics, or you just feel like you're working alone, isolated, and it just feels like it's hard, okay? But things are going to change for you, because the Sun card, although it's in the reverse position, it goes into the upright at the end of the 6 weeks, which means you are shining your light. It means you are attracting more abundance, and there is an opportunity. Suddenly you're in the spotlight for something, and it's success, okay? Now, this card can mean material gain, but the energy I've mainly got coming from this is something you've been reaching for quite some time is now within reach. It is now going to be bestowed upon you, and it's something that you've been wishing for. You've got a Nine of Cups there. This is a wish fulfillment card, but it also indicates don't look for quick results. And I feel like you haven't. I feel actually you've been working really hard towards something. It's been a very long time. But in the Nine of Cups energy, and it's in the reverse initially, it can indicate that you are burning the candle at both ends, and that there is workaholism here, okay? So just watch out for that. I do feel you're going to get your wish. You're going to be where you exactly want to be. This is a card of your dreams coming true. And some of you may have been wondering, are you on the right path? And are you going to achieve what you want? But I also feel there's like a fluctuation in your energy where you recognize you've been working so hard, but also life is for living. So I feel like you're trying to find that balance, and it's been hard. Some of you are parents, or you have responsibilities within the home space, and you've been feeling it's really tough. You're having to do it all. But I really want you to be aware you're doing such a good job. And sometimes we just don't get that credit or that validation. And your guides and my guides are actually giving me this energy that you are doing such a good job. Please look back and see the year that you've had, how difficult it has been, and all that you've accomplished, because you've come through a lot. Okay. Now, for some of you, if you have not got a job right now and you're currently searching for one, I definitely see that you may collaborate on something, or you may actually put yourself on a course of learning, and through that, I feel there may be someone who tells you about a position or actually hires you straight from it, okay? So there could be some sort of endorsement from somebody. I feel that if you're going up for an interview as well, I actually see that you don't get the job that you're actually interviewing for, which is really random. You're given a better one. I feel like you're actually given a better role to suit your skill set, because I'm just getting this energy that, whoever is interviewing you, they see how much potential you have, and they don't want to let you go. They want to hire you, and they may even hire you on the spot. Okay, or literally just after you walk out of the interview, you may hear like a call or a voicemail from them, or if you are getting work through an agency, they'll call you straight back and say, we had great feedback about you, and they want to either see you again or they're hiring you on the spot. Okay, I just get this really positive vibe there. Now we do have the King of Wands, and this energy, I'm getting two energies from it. Okay, there's something that you are creating at this time, and it may be that you're launching something. Maybe you're becoming an entrepreneur, or you have a bold new idea and you're about to launch it, and it just feels like deep down some of you doubt whether you're ready. Okay, that's why I'm getting this like soft launch. You're ready. Whatever this is, you're ready. You're going to do it. It's going to be successful. It's going to be amazing. So believe in yourself, because you will receive great rewards from this. I want you to be aware of that. King of Wands in this position also indicates that some of you are trying to reach for a position that you've been wanting to get to for a while. I feel the next 6 months you're going to get there. Okay, I even feel like you may get like a message or an indication that a role is going to be yours at the end of the 6 weeks. Okay, so I definitely see a promotion or new status there, something where you can use your influence in your career and be a really good leader. But I feel some of you have had a lack of confidence recently in something. It feels like, you know, your dream, whatever it is you're working towards, it's been such a difficult year. Some of you have lost a bit of confidence, or you felt a little bit jaded with the path that you've been on. But I see that there is a brighter future here for you, and there's a lot of success. You're right on target, and you are making a difference in your career, and you are making a mark, okay? Now we do have the Devil card, and we've got it twice. So let me just pull a card on this, because this can indicate some doubts. Can also indicate that some of you have been feeling a little bit stuck, a little bit unmotivated, or you've been lacking inspiration recently, and you're just looking at your options right now. The Devil card is not an evil card. It is actually a card that highlights where we feel stuck. So if you feel that you're in a repetitive cycle, like same old thing, just a different day, and you're feeling a little bit uninspired, then you will make some moves in order to change that for yourself, okay? So let me just pull a card on that. I mean, it can also indicate some of you are obsessively working, and that's the main energy I'm getting from it, okay? Let me just pull a card on that. Thank you so much, guys, guardian angels. Yeah, some of you, with the Hermit energy and the Star, it's really interesting, because what it means is some of you are really exhausted. You're like burnt out, and you need to take a step back and recharge your batteries, okay? But also some of you are either working alone on something, or you feel very isolated and alone in your career sector, and it just is feeling like it's chipping away at your mojo. Let's put it that way, okay? If you can see the Hermit, you know, the cage is holding the star, and it's like letting that star free. So some of you, it's like, have you been truly expressing yourself? Is someone trying to dull your shine? Or do you feel that you cannot express yourself? You were born to stand out. I'm being given a song right now. One moment, please. Thanks so much. I'm sure grateful. My Own Direction. Born to be the best at what I do. Oof, okay, yeah, I mean, this is a very famous song. Oh, they're giving me it as well. I'm a survivor, I'm gonna make it. Okay. Oh, I'm not gonna stop, I'm gonna work harder. Okay. Looking at your cards, I see that you're already working really hard. Like, if you feel deep down that there is a potential for you to work harder, I mean, I do feel this obsessive energy. Just make sure that you're not burning yourself completely out. Okay, just watch out for that. But that song, I mean, I'm a survivor. So, I mean, I feel that song is like, especially since you got the Lovers card there, if I can really remember that song, it's by Destiny's Child. I feel like it's about showing someone like what you're made of. It just feels like you being successful against the odds, or you being successful and showing someone who tried to either hold you back or hold you down. It's almost like a revenge song, okay? So either you had a bad breakup this year, or you're working really hard and like almost like showing the haters or the naysayers or people who didn't believe in your dreams and goals that you're going to get to where you want to go. And you are. You're going to hit your mark there, okay? Some of you may be healing from something personal, and it has in some way affected your career. And I feel like you're just getting back on track. So with the star energy, this is about not allowing anyone to hold you back or dull your shine, okay? There may be someone, especially with Hermit there may be someone who's in the career sector, maybe a boss or someone that you work with who sees your full potential and is trying to hold you back or trap you, or so just watch out for that, especially if someone like offers you an opportunity and it just feels like it keeps you stuck. So I would just like pay close attention to how you feel, your intuition. But I feel that you are going to stand out. You are appreciated for what you do. And I feel also that this is your time to shine. The star energy is success, a brighter future to look forward to, but you must recharge your batteries so that you can be inspired and run on a full cylinder of gas, right? So the Hermit is like fed up. The Hermit only puts himself in the cave of life, away from the rat race, because he's feeling jaded. He's like, what am I working for? What is going on here? What is most important to me? The Hermit takes some time out for truth and for wisdom and to be reflective and say, am I on the right path? Because it feels like I'm not inspired right now. It feels like I need to find myself in my work. So I feel that right now you're searching for inspiration and you will find it. You will recharge those batteries, but you can't always obsessively be going, it just feels like you're always on the clock. And maybe when you take a moment to pause, you're still thinking about things that you should be doing. So just watch out for that. In society, we've built a very unhealthy idea that we should always be super productive, and that if we take a moment out for ourselves and like have a rest or go on a vacation or do any of these things, that we feel a little bit guilty that we probably should be doing something or achieving something or showing everybody, hey, look at me achieving something. So I feel, there's this energy of you kind of like winding down, taking a little bit of a break towards the end of December, but at the same time, it's like you're still strategizing for the next thing that you're going to be doing. Take some quality rest, okay? Also, if you work in a toxic environment, I definitely see that you are moving away from that. Let me just pull a quick card on that. Oh, they want the other deck, okay? If you work in a toxic environment, I mean, they may pay very well, but at what cost? So some of you may be actually thinking about your path on those terms. And if you've just left a toxic work environment, you'll be healing from that. But I definitely see that you will move into your full potential at a new working environment that is going to be really good for you. And if you work alone, isn't that interesting? We've got the Moon card. We've got the Four of Cups again. Some of you are just feeling really fed up, really bored, or you may feel that perhaps you haven't been doing something that you love for a while, or you lost that loving feeling for it. But the universe is really highlighting that something better is coming in here for you. The Moon card is a period of uncertainty. And some of you may even be thinking about taking up a second stream of income, because you do have a Two of Pentacles there. And the dog and the wolf, it represents like a long-term contract. With the dog is like something stable. And of course, the wolf is something a little bit more freelance or a little bit more freeing. So some of you may be trying to think of ways to work that gives you time to do something that you love, a dream perhaps, and more freedom. And of course, Four Cups, not feeling it, feeling a bit closed off, new opportunity comes in, may not even feel like the opportunity you want, but ultimately the Knight of Cups indicates you're going to love it. Okay, so I definitely see the universe is offering you something that you're going to really enjoy, but I mean, it could be like a big lucrative deal, and some of you start to worry, can I do it? But you definitely are in control of your destiny, and I see you being very successful indeed. Now, we do have the Lovers card, and we have the Empowerment card, which is the Chariot card. So this means you have some options, you have some choices. And this is really about following your heart and manifesting what your heart truly desires. And I feel like you are manifesting a dream opportunity. Doesn't feel like it right now. And especially when you get the Moon card, that can indicate that just because you can't see it, it doesn't mean that the universe isn't orchestrating it behind the scenes. Because the Moon is like bringing the hidden to light. Okay, so I do see that some of you, you may even partner up in business with somebody. I'm just going to pull a quick card on that because we've got the Empowerment card. I feel some of you, if you're in a partnership, You may hear that someone's just not doing work, and you may actually decide to restructure and perhaps, part ways with that partnership in order to go solo, because that Hermit card did come up there as well. But also with the Lovers card, it can also indicate that if you are doing really well in your career, your love situation may be struggling. So you're trying to find balance. That Two of Pentacles is like, remember, variety is the spice of life. If you're having too much of one thing and the other thing is suffering, it needs to be addressed. Okay, the Emperor. Okay, so we do have the Emperor and Empress. Some of you, if you're in a high-level commitment, I feel like you may set up a business with this person. Now, whilst it will be very lucrative, it may also put a bit of pressure on the relationship. I feel like both of you love each other, but it will put an extra level of pressure on there. Okay, so I just want you to be aware of that. Even though you'll work really well together, I feel it just could be a little bit of pressure. Now, also, if you're an entrepreneur, this could also indicate that you may consult somebody that you'll end up working with, or it gives you a really good I don't know, it's not a pep talk, but some good ideas on how to launch something. Also, I feel that some of you, if you've been working really hard and you have no love life, I feel like you readdress the balance and you open yourself up to love, and I feel like you will actually find your divine counterpart, especially as you move into 2024. There's a potential there to meet a soulmate. And some of you, this person may even be connected in some way to your career. Okay, doesn't mean like you're going to move into a new position and suddenly you fancy your boss, but it could be. It could mean that you meet someone like out and about who is in some way connected to your industry, and there's a commonality there. Okay, but ultimately the Lovers card, it's not really just about love. It's about vibing at a frequency to attract what you truly desire. You really want to do something that you love, and I feel like you're trying to orchestrate some sort of plan in order to get on your true life's mission path. And the Chariot card indicates success, dedication, making progress. Your commitment to your goal will see you establish yourself as someone who is a real force to be reckoned with. And I definitely see that there is some sort of reward coming in. They're actually showing me a really random, it's like a coin in a box. Okay, how could I describe that? A coin in a box. It's like a commemorative coin. So maybe you're given a gift as like a commemoration of your service to the role that you're in right now, or it could mean that you are looking at your investments and perhaps saving money in different ways, different acquisitions. Maybe you're actually buying coins. I'm not really sure how to decode that because the coin is in the box. If you were just going to find coins on your path, that would be different. But this is a coin in a box. So maybe it means just savings, putting some money away for a rainy day. I don't see that you're going to, need it. I see more money coming in for you. But I'm going to move away from that image because I'm not really sure how else to decode it. Okay. Now, this card, it is about triumph. It is about getting to where you want to go. But also the Chariot card indicates you're keeping a tight rein on your finances. You're being really savvy with your budget. And, I feel like you're going to get some really good deals. The Devil card and temptation can also indicate that some of you may be tempted to overspend in the month of December, especially on a person who you really care about. I mean, you wouldn't spend money on anybody else, of course, but it may be a feminine energy. So it could be like a sibling, or it could be a mother type figure, or even a best friend. I just get this energy of, you really appreciating who they are. And there's a potential to overspend if you're buying this person a gift. Remember, they care about you, and it's not about the gift or the money or how much you spend on them. They actually really love you, and they really care, and they would always be there for you no matter what. Okay, so that's coming through there briefly as well. Now we do have the Two of Pentacles. So the Two of Pentacles indicates you're going to be really busy. So I'm not going to lie to you. You can be very productive, very busy this month. You're going to feel like you're always on the go and multitasking. So I definitely see that you need to really focus on what's important so you don't feel overwhelmed with all of your tasks. You're probably trying to get everything done so you can complete the year on a really good note and then move on for the next one. But the Two of Pentacles is also a reminder that, with hard work, you must also have balance and find fun. Okay, so I definitely see that you're going to be in the rhythm or the flow of juggling a lot of things. Also, I feel, you're being very consistent in your work. I feel like money for you in the month of December is like fluctuating. Okay, fluctuating. And some of you may even set up a second stream of income, or you may do seasonal work that brings in more money. So we do have the Ace of Pentacles, and that indicates an opportunity from the universe. Okay, if the Four of Cups, if you could see it on the traditional Rider-Waite, it's a cloud with a hand that pops in with a cup, something that you're going to really love. And the Ace of Pentacles is also the hand popping in from the universe, and it's got a coin. So it definitely indicates that there's more money available to you. You're going to align yourself with success, and I feel like you're going to see physical evidence of prosperity taking shape in your physical world. Okay, I definitely see this as abundance being manifested. You're aligning yourself with your goals, and I feel like you are generating money from the resources that you have at hand. So some of you may launch a new business, or there's a new opportunity. Could even be like a new investment, raise, or promotion. A bonus is the main energy I'm getting from this. So it could be that you've had that appraisal and now you're getting the bonus. But also for some of you with the Chariot card there, you're actually deciding to leave where you're at and move into a new position that you will establish yourself in the year of 2024, and it's very, very successful. I see more money coming on in, okay? I am also seeing a small percentage of my beautiful Scorpios out there having some sort of disappointment in your career sector and perhaps having to look for a new opportunity. Now, that's not going to resonate with everyone. You may have already had that disappointment, but I see something new coming on in. And I feel like you're going to have to make a choice, because I feel like you're going for something that is long-term and has a contract, but also there's an idea that you've got about launching your own business or setting something up, and that's also going to be very lucrative. So I feel like you may have to give your energy to both things and spread yourself a little bit thin. However, I feel like your entrepreneurship will really take off. Okay, and you may need to dedicate a little bit more time to that. So it may cause a little bit of friction at first, but you'll know which one to choose. Okay. Now, ultimately, with the Ace of Pentacles, I do see that some of you could win a lucrative deal with a new client, or some sort of prize could come in there as well, or a new project. But I definitely see business startups being very successful as well. For some of you, someone at your working environment is going to show their appreciation by gifting you something. And it's not just a bonus, okay? So it could be like, I don't know, what do you call that? I'm just seeing like an envelope. It's like a gift card for a certain product or a certain company, a shop, perhaps. I don't know. Yeah, it's a gift card. Okay, so I see that right now. So someone may gift you that over the next 6 weeks. There is a card in here in this deck that is different from all the rest. It's meant to be like that. Okay, so just don't be freaking out that there's a rogue card in that deck. What did I say? Okay, so that's just confirmation. There's a gift coming for you. It says here, giving and receiving, sudden windfall, generosity, financial support, work surprise, vacation. I mean, with the Chariot card, of course, some of you could be winding down at the end of the year, taking a vacation, or you're thinking about relocating, or maybe even thinking about taking work on the road in some way. So these may be just ideas, things that you're like floating around with at the moment, but they may be something that you're planning to do in the future, and you're just strategizing to make it happen. What did I say at the beginning? I saw these like gears, these cogs of a wheel, okay? Everything's slotting into place. It says money flow, hard work, putting plans in motion, building, team, time taking off, and security. I'm a little bit dyslexic. It says taking time off. Sorry. I just want to get that right there as well. So yeah, there are two things that I definitely saw when I'm scrying in the water that have just come out as confirmation. Okay, so we have Moon, fleeting funds. Now, I did say I feel like your finances will fluctuate a little bit in the month of December. So perhaps you're going to be gifting yourself. So you may spend a little bit more money than you thought you would or that you planned on. You will find some really good deals, but I feel there is a potential there to overspend. It says unknown source, being guided, moonlighting, odd jobs, night shift, and part-time. So again, I feel some of you may pick up some seasonal work there. We've got Tower. Now, the Tower is actually a really good card in this one. It's about your earning power, potential, building a business, and a sound decision. Could also be a corporate job, power, and any unstable positions, they will be taken away. Okay, so if, for example, you have thought that you'd be put up for some promotion, but you don't get it, it means that the universe is orchestrating another opportunity that's even better than the one that you thought you wanted. Because sometimes we accept less than we truly deserve. And I feel the universe is trying to usher something really excellent in for you, especially for 2024. And I feel sometimes things that we want are taken away from us by the universe because the universe wants us to have something better. So if you have had a disappointment, I feel there is something even better coming in for you, okay? Now, with the Tower, I have to be honest, I am feeling a restructure coming from that energy. It's gone really cold all of a sudden. So you may hear of some policy restructures or some contractual restructures going on in your career environment. You may even hear of some people leaving the company or being asked to leave the company, or you may even see some restructures in your industry if you're an entrepreneur and work for yourself. However, I feel like you're really safeguarding your position, and if you're currently looking for a position, I feel like you're going to be snapped up in no time. There's a new one coming on in. Now, we also have Candle, which really indicates your ambition. It's returning. Taking action, hustle, manifesting money, management, high ranking, visibility, and athletic. Okay, so I definitely see that you are moving forward, you're making progress, and your ambition is returning, and you are going from strength to strength. Whatever it is you're reaching for, you shall have it. You will be successful, okay? I'm just going to go and get a trinket or a rune before we close. Okay, they want me to take those. What have we got? Loving that. There's some information coming in that you're going to love, okay? Now, the envelope tends to mean either a new contract or a new proposal coming in. So it could be a promotion, raise, or bonus. Very important piece of information coming in an envelope. But also this can be a little reminder that whilst you're working really hard, don't neglect your love life or neglect your loved ones, okay? I'm a Scorpio myself, and sometimes when we are excited and passionate about something, we can get a little bit obsessed about it. It's like tunnel vision. You know, we work really hard on something until it's done. And whilst that's also admirable, it's important to recognize that life exists outside that goal or that task, and that sometimes family and friends, they miss you. And, you know, it's important to connect to fun and people who care about you as well. Okay, so that's coming out there as well. And of course, we've got the Hero Rune. This is all about your potential. Now, this came up for Leo. Surprise, surprise. I close my eyes when I pick the trinkets, and of course, you know, you can't see that. You have to trust me on that one. But this is like freedom to do whatever it is you want, to climb the ladder. It's always a positive conclusion when you get this rune. It's about making your mark and, of course, making ends meet as well. So some of you, I feel like you may be having some sort of new beginning in your career, or you may be launching something or starting something new, and it's going to be so successful. And actually, it's in alignment with your heart, which makes you feel really fulfilled and passionate about what you do. It's almost like you're reestablishing that spark, that go-getting spirit, and it's there to help you take on 2024. So quite excited for you moving forward. Okay, so I'll leave it there, my beautiful Scorpio. I hope something resonates in that reading for you. If it does, please like or subscribe to my channel, completely free for you. All you have to do is press a little bell that lets you know when I update my next message. It lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is so important for me too. Thank you so much, my beautiful Scorpio, and love and light.